Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? You should see the things we do. Are you ready for it?
Hi everyone! It's your girl Fabulous Annie, and also my middle child. And I think Stubby is here too. Stubby, you can see Stubby. You wanna come on, Stubby? Oh, Stubby, leave him now. Yeah. So today, we want to discuss something that is very, how I put it, is very personal. She says here, very personal. We are talking about what?
Things that very sort of younger about because it's like her fears.
Ah! What's your name? Oh yeah, Tiger. Yeah, this is my middle child, Tiger. She is in middle school, and we wanted to talk about something that is very personal. And she said, invasion of her privacy. You know, we want to talk about something that happens to us ladies, you know, young women and everything, coming of womanhood. We're talking about period. That's what we're talking about today. So let's start from the very beginning. Having your first period, how does it feel like? How do you feel about that?
No, I didn't really want to come because I don't want kids, so yeah.
You didn't want it to come because you didn't want to have kids?
I don't want kids.
Oh. But how do you feel about it?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You do know.
Well, I don't really want kids, but it's not really a good thing.
So you don't. How do you feel? Like, how do you feel?
Sad.
Why?
Because I don't want period.
Because you don't want period?
No.
Why don't you want period?
Because I don't want to get pregnant.
Oh my goodness. Is that the only reason?
Yeah, I'm just excited that I can have bigger boobs, so yeah.
Oh! So you think like period comes next is bigger boobs?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Do you know what's the reason why I wanted to talk about this period? I know it's a very personal thing, and I also know that some people, I remember when I had my period, I think it comes with a lot of sometimes shame, you know, and you feel uncomfortable, you don't want to discuss it, you don't want to talk about it, you know. So I wanted to talk about it, you know, to help others out there, you know that it's nothing to be ashamed of. It is you coming of age. That's what it is. It is puberty. That's what it's called. Is women, as young girls, we grow up at the age of between 11, 12 and 13. You get your period. You know, she is 12 years old right now. So, you know, her getting a period for the first time, you know, at the age of 12, you know, almost going to be 13 in April, is nothing to be ashamed of. It is something that in other cultures, like especially in Africa culture, it is celebrated. It means you have crossed the bridge over to womanhood. That's what it is. You know, you have crossed the bridge. There are some people who don't see their period for so many years, and it's a defect. You know, so it's something to be celebrated that you are maturing appropriately. That's what it is. You know, it's nothing to be ashamed of. All you have to do is, it's something that we all, it happens to to most of us ladies. There's some women who don't get period, you know. Some, you know, it's something to be celebrated. It's nothing to be ashamed of, and it's not basically associated with pregnancy. No, it's not. You know, if you do have a period, you will get pregnant if you do things that are inappropriately, you know, with a guy. You know what I'm saying? But having your period doesn't mean that you're gonna get pregnant. No, or you know, it's only when you do some things that are inappropriate, that's when things like that happen. So having a period should be celebrated, you know. It's not something to be ashamed of. It's something that when your child comes to you or doesn't come to you, but you find out, it's something for you to tell her. It's okay. We all have a period. We say, as women, bless us, we all have a period. There's still medical defects or medical problems that happen and a woman can't see period. You understand? It's something to be celebrated. After a certain age, after 45 years old or 50 years old, it goes away. And then you enter menopause. You can no longer have kids. You can no longer, so when you have a period, you're like, oh yes, I can have kids if I want to have kids. If I want to, you understand? It's like you don't have to have kids. You don't have to have, you know what I'm saying? But it's something to be celebrated. That means you are aging appropriately. That's what it is. You're becoming a big girl. That's what it is. I am a big girl. I am becoming a teenager. It's something to be celebrated, and it's very easy. Let me tell you something. When I was growing up, I grew up in Nigeria with my mom. I don't know if we did not have pad or that was just the way my mom's grandmother brought her up. But we didn't even use pad. You understand? My mom told us, she was like, get your tissue, you wrap it up to a certain thickness, and then you put it in your panties. That's how it was. There was nothing. That was how I grew up. Fortunately for us, now we have pads. You understand? People have invented something called pad. You can buy it from the grocery store. It's there. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Let me tell you something. You can buy a pad and put it on your head. Buy a pad, put it on your arm. Nothing to be ashamed of. You understand? It is a normal progression of life, especially as women. I don't know if men use pad too. I don't really know. But as women, even sometimes after a woman gives birth, after a certain number of kids, or after you give birth, sometimes you have sometimes maybe you sneeze, something escape. You have incontinence sometimes happens sometimes. You understand? As spontaneous incontinence or whatever. So pad is something that as a woman we should embrace, because it's something that helps us keep our hygiene, helps us keep going in our life. So look at it. If you have your first period, this is for fathers who have daughters and they don't have moms to tell them what to do, or grandmoms or aunties or whatever to do. This is what you do. Nothing to be ashamed of. Have a conversation with your child and reassure her that it's nothing to be ashamed of. Do you understand what I'm saying? She is smiling now. There's nothing to be ashamed of. It's a normal this thing. This is a celebration time in Africa. They would have had a very big party for her. Very big party. That means you can bond. It means that you have crossed over from a little girl into a woman. It's a womanhood. You have entered womanhood. It's something to be celebrated. I have 4 girls, so that's why I'm using this opportunity to educate, to reassure young girls out there. There is nothing to be ashamed of, but it's more to be celebrated. So this is what you do. You have a pad. You get your pad. You have your panties, and everything. So you get your panties. We're just giving you an example. It's something, an example. You get your panties, put it on the right side and everything. You open your pad. You see the pad. I'm telling you, sometimes you get like different kinds of pad. It smells great. You see, it smells great. It's already odor, like you have a certain fragrance with it, You see that? You get the pad. Sometimes they have different sizes of pad. This is a regular, I use this especially for me, because I bleed a lot. Some people bleed lightly. Some people bleed more. Some people bleed, sparingly. It's up to you. I use regular. Some people use very flat ones, especially kids who don't want to see the trace of pants of the pad line in their jeans, if they wear tight jeans or whatever. Me, I regular, because I want to keep the bleeding in the pad, not the bleeding escaping through all your panties edges or whatever. So this is what you do. You take the pad like this. You get it from any grocery store, any supermarket, Walmart, whatever, fast restaurant, what do you call it, grocery store around. So this is what you do. You get it, and then you remove it. Always has this thing, an attachment here. Oh yeah, okay, hold on. Yeah, let's see. So this is you get this. It always has something that this is sticky. You see that it's sticky. So you get it. You peel this off. This is just an example. You put the pad inside the panties. Stretch it out. The sticky side, you add it to it like this. You see what I'm doing? This is what you do. And then look at the pad. You see, it's already inside the panties. You make sure that it's adheres seriously to the panties. You understand what I'm saying? This is what you do. Make sure your head seriously. And then you wear it. I'm telling you, so secure. Nothing is very secure. Very secure. Nothing will bleed out of this thing. Do you understand? And then nobody knows you have a period. Nobody knows anything. It's just normal. Some women, we do this because we have given birth to so many kids, and then we have, you know, like sometimes you sneeze and pee just comes out, you know, or sometimes you laugh too much, pees escape. You understand? Grandmoms, aunties, young girls, it happens to us sometimes, you know. So it's nothing to be ashamed of. So this is the way you do it. You look at how it shows in your this thing. It smells really good, great. You know what I'm saying? It smells great. It odorizes you and everything. And then when you have a period, you're supposed to change your period pad at least 3 times a day. That's what you should do. So when you come back home after this thing, you should always, when you have period, carry pads with you into the bathroom so that you can carry up to 4 of them. Do you understand? 4 or 5 to always have spare. Then when you finish, you take it out. This is how I told my kids. You take it out. When you finish, it's you've used it, like you bled in it and everything. Nothing to be ashamed of. The skin is one of the largest organs of the body, and nothing except you have a cut. Microbials or microorganisms cannot pass through it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's very safe. All you have to do is this. This is what I taught my kids. I do this, you know, I close it up, you know, like that. When you get to your bathroom, you know, at school, you close it up. You see what I'm saying? Close it up. It's already a ball back. And then if you want to, if you still have this, you can always just use it like this and close it up. Do you understand what I'm saying? It is so discreet, so easy and everything. You understand? Or if you don't want to, if you don't have that, your tissue, you can use your tissue and close it up. Always close it up. You know, close it up and put it in the toilet. See, drop it in the toilet. That's what it is. It's not exposed. Nobody's seeing it. You know, you're not embarrassing. You're not leaving it carelessly all over the place or whatever. You know. So I just wanted to let you guys know, share my experience with my my middle child. Today she had her first period. So we are celebrating how transition to womanhood. In Africa they say you can born. That's what they say in Africa. Most of you know me. I grew up in Nigeria, so I have a lot of Nigerian ways and everything. So that's how we say it. But in America, they say you can have a child. So you have to be careful now. You cannot go and playing with boys. If not, Belle will follow you. If not, pregnancy will follow you. Let me tell you, my mother told me, she said that you go play with a boy and even touch you like this. Pregnancy has come. So you have to be very careful right now. You have to be careful with yourself. You have to protect yourself, you know, because the doorway has been open for you to give birth. So you have to be careful with yourself. You cannot play anyhow with the opposite sex, you know, a boy or what. You cannot. You have to keep yourself safe and everything. And do you know one thing about period? It comes every month, the same time, every month. Some people have 28 days that period comes. Some people have, I think, what they call it, probably 30 days. You know, it comes every time at the same time or the same day, the same date every month. So you can keep a record of it in your diary or on your calendar, so that you make sure that, oh, it comes and you want it to come. Because if it starts and then, I think maybe the beginning, when you first having period, it might be sporadic, you know, such that it will come, maybe the next, you won't bleed that much, or the next time it comes doesn't bleed that much, because your body is adjusting to your hormonal changes, you know, your estrogen and your progesterones and stuff in your body. So you be okay with that, you know, be okay with that. But you need to mark it on your calendar, or this is when it comes, and it lasts 3 days. Some people, it lasts 5 days. You might have abdominal pain, you know, cramps in your body, because guess what? This is the whole thing about it, is that in a woman, we have eggs, which are stored in our ovaries. every month this egg is released. The egg goes down and follows into the fallopian tube, into the uterus. If the egg does not meet a sperm, which is from the opposite side, a guy, the walls that have been built up to implant the fertilized egg starts to crumble. It's called corpus luteum. It starts to crumble. That's what it crumbles. When it crumbles like that, it is expressed out as blood, and you will have pain because the walls are crumbling. You're having a little bit of like a contraction for women who have given birth, or like you're having like a little bit of cramp. Most people will recommend that you take ibuprofen, or some people take Motrin if it's really serious. You understand? So take care of yourself during that time. You have a lot of mood changes. You have, you have pain, headaches. Some people have extreme cases where they are like severely, like in pain the whole time. So it varies on cases. You understand? Some people have light bleeding. Some people have a lot of bleeding. Some people have 3 days. Some people have 5 days, and some people even have 6 days. So it depends on you. Everything is okay. You'll be fine after those days pass. So this is just me educating you on menstrual cycle. And that's what it is.
So like if you
Stay away from boys. You have to stay away from boys.
really?
Stay away from boys.
So,
From bleeding.
So no like
You cannot hug them.
You can't sit by them?
Yeah, you can sit by them, no big deal, but you cannot touch them physically.
What does that mean?
It means stay away from boys. Like you can, hi, hello, how are you, this and that. But you don't want him to touch you
No.
inappropriately. You don't want him to touch you down there
No.
at all.
No.
You don't want it at all. Because guess what?
No.
You have a baby and you don't want to have a baby.
It's just like abortion.
That what?
Abortion.
No, you cannot have abortion.
Why
No.
can't you have abortion?
No, you cannot. You want to kill a living thing. You don't want to kill a living thing. You don't want to kill something as pretty as you. You don't want to. You want, everybody has a chance to
let's
live.
not say. So if Ayana got pregnant, you wouldn't kill the baby?
No, you cannot do that. Instead, you have to take precautions not to be in such a situation. That's the thing. Until you are ready to have kids.
I don't want
That's what it
kids.
is. Oh, you might change your mind. When I grew up, I didn't want to have kids.
No,
Yet now I have
no.
5. Ah!
Yeah.
So, well, we just wanted to educate on menstrual period. Do you have any other question you wanted to ask? Are you worried, concerned about anything?
I don't want to go to school like that.
Why?
Because I think some of the boys there and I don't want to go to school.
No, babe. That's not. It doesn't mean that because there are a lot of boys in the environment means that you're gonna get pregnant. No, it only means you don't want the boy to touch you there. That's all. If a boy touches you in your private parts, you will get pregnant. That's all. It doesn't mean that a boy touch you like this, you get pregnant. My mom told me a boy touched me like this, I'll get pregnant. But then I didn't know about biology. So and I was so scared about it. I didn't want any boy to touch me because I didn't want kids. Because I was tired of my siblings. I was like, they get on my nerves. I don't want any kids because I'm the oldest. So I was like, no, I'm tired of watching all this, of looking after all these kids. I don't want any kids. They get on my nerves. They're always my things. I didn't want any kids. So I was like, no, nobody should touch me anywhere. So, but you don't want the boy to touch you in your private parts inappropriately. Do you understand? That's it.
What does that mean?
Your private. You don't want the boy to touch you in your private. That's it. That's it. No. If not, you'll get pregnant. So you don't want to do that. So you avoid such a thing.
Yeah,
Listen.
it's a kind of good avoid because it's a good avoid because no.
Know what? But it's nothing to be ashamed of. You're losing up. Come on, losing up. You are in.
No.
But you're not gonna get pregnant. if you
No,
don't-
I'm not letting a boy ever again.
Exactly. You don't want to be inappropriate with a boy, so you're not gonna get pregnant. That's it. You just have to watch yourself and be careful. So, like she's having her first period. It doesn't seem like she have any pain. Do you have any pain?
Oh no, I had cramps.
You did have a cramp?
Yeah.
Oh, so all you recommend is ibuprofen or Motrin. Motrin is like for extreme pain, or ibuprofen takes it out,
Well, I'm
and it
gonna
only
go
lasts
talk to Yana in
3 days.
Ireland.
That what?
I'm gonna go talk to Yana in Ireland.
Yeah, they're gonna have a party for you when you get home. When they get home today,
I don't want to do
to
that.
celebrate you joining the sisterhood.
I don't want to do that. don't want to go by boys anymore.
No, babe, that's not way. It's not when you go by boys, things happen. If a boy touches you, you're private.
I'm gonna get on my own room now.
I am so proud of you. You know that? We are so proud of you. You're growing. You're growing. How come you didn't eat the bread?
I don't like them.
Oh God, that's actually so sweet. But how do you feel after having our discussion? Do you feel better about having period?
No.
You
I'm
don't?
feeling worse.
Why?
Because I don't want to. Now I don't feel. I'm scared of boys now.
No, but it's only when the boy touches you inappropriately. It doesn't mean that
No,
just
I
being
don't
by a
really
boy,
I just don't really want to be by boys anymore.
you know.
I don't really want to do that.
No, you feel like that for a minute or so, but
Oh,
you
no,
don't,
so no, I'm not. No.
but
no,
you don't
no.
want anybody to touch you inappropriately.
No, I just
at all.
don't really. I'm just saying that if I ever did get pregnant, I'd probably just.
You're not gonna get
kill.
pregnant because you're not gonna let that get to that extent until you are married and then ready. You and your husband are ready for to have a baby. That's it. Yeah. So you have to protect yourself. That's it. By not allowing a boy to touch you inappropriately.
Oh,
Finish.
that's easy.
Okay. So that was it. That was the discussion today. We just want to talk about it. Period. Woo! Welcome to womanhood. I hope you guys have enjoyed our conversation today. I kind of wanted the conversation in such a way to make her not to feel embarrassed about period. I don't know if I achieved that.
Yeah, you did too.
Oh God! But was it helpful? Was it
Very
enlightening?
helpful. I know I'm gonna say like realize and everything.
Oh God!
No, I just don't really want to.
Was it helpful at all? Did it show you how to wear a pad?
Yeah, but I don't think that pad would fit.
It will fit, you know.
I'm wearing that one. That one looks like you're wearing a baby diaper.
Oh, yeah, that's why I said we'll get
Can
you
I see
flatter
black
ones.
ones?
We'll get you flatter ones. It doesn't show on your pants. It doesn't show when you wear it. It doesn't show. It's hiding between the crest of your private. That's what it is. It's just hiding between the crest of your private. That's it. And it's nothing. Nobody's gonna know that you're wearing pad. Nobody knows. Nobody. Listen. When I was growing up, we had what is this thing called? My mom, like, we had to use tissue. And then sometimes the tissue will fall off while you're walking. And then you have to like drag it all the way. I remember when I had my first period, I was in church and I bled like, oh my goodness, through my clothes. It was so embarrassing. Like I stood up and somebody told me from behind. So my mom had to use her scarf or something to tie me in my waist and I had to leave the church. Because I don't know whether a Catholic church, you're not supposed to bleed in the church or something. I don't even know what it was. I had to leave the church and go and wait for them outside in the car. It was horrible. I'm telling you, it was horrible. It was a horrible experience. It was so embarrassing.
How did you find out I had period in the first place?
I didn't know I had.
You found out that I had period. I don't get how you found that thing out. My school nurse told me that you told me.
Yeah, because I was looking at your laundry, trying to do laundry, and I found out.
Wait, how did I didn't get it. I didn't have.
You didn't know because you probably were in a hurry and did not observe that.
Oh yeah.
And it happens, you don't expect something, so it's going to happen like that. But this is a candid conversation. It wasn't anything prep. I wanted also have a candid conversation so you guys can see from our perspective, like me talking to my middle child, how someone feels firsthand, And so how was it like when the nurse told you? What did she say?
The only thing that
she called you, then what happened?
What?
When she called you?
Oh, when she called me, I went to the office. She said, "Oh, your mom called and she told about the food." And I was like, wait, what? Oh man, that was because my sister the other night as well. Because I don't have period, and then I found out, and then
You found out what?
No, and then I went to the bathroom. Yeah.
And then what happened?
Yeah, I bled my pants. So
You did what?
I bled my pants.
Oh.
That's not cute. That's not cute.
So what happened? Did she tell you how to do it?
No. Yeah, she also did. But
What did she do?
She gave me a pad, so yeah.
She gave you a pad. She didn't tell you how to do
Oh no,
it?
she told me how to do it. Yeah.
What did she say?
She said, "Oh, okay. So basically, yeah. You literally already explained it."
But tell me, what did she say?
Oh, she said, "You got your mom said you got." Oh no, great. I got a nut cramp. So yeah.
That what?
I just got a nut cramp in my days.
You got a cramp in your stomach?
Yes.
Oh. They will. Yeah, you're right. You just take pain medicine. I'm gonna give you pain medicine after. Yeah.
Can't we
okay.
just go like shopping or something?
Yeah, we need to celebrate.
Yeah, you know.
We're gonna go. You wanna go shopping? You
Yeah.
want me to take you out shopping?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna go celebrate, guys. Ah! But I hope this helps other people outside. You know.
This
you
has
know.
been 24 minutes.
Yeah. So I hope this helps people outside. You know, don't feel embarrassed about having your period. Celebrate it. Is welcoming you into womanhood. That's what it is all about. You know. And then also, you know, have a soft conversation with your kids so they don't feel embarrassed about it, and then teach them how to do it. If you don't know, if fathers for you out there, use my video and show them. You know, it's a wonderful thing to celebrate. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. And going to buy pad from the store is nothing to be embarrassed about. We all use pad as women. I don't know if men use it, I don't know, but as women we use it most, I think, throughout. Once we start our period, we sometimes don't stop, because even when you have kids, when you give birth, you're still going to use pad. You understand? Because then after you have kids, some women, you know, smile, laugh, pee comes out. You know, it's nothing to be embarrassed of. It's something that happens with nature, you know, our bladder and stuff like that, you know. And then nothing to be embarrassed about. You know, you use it, and then you know, sometimes when we get older, we still have to use pad too. You know, so as women, pad is our best friend. Believe it or not. But I hope this has been a nice video to educate you all, and I hope you learn from this. Look at her. I feel like she is much confident than she was when I first started. Do you guys think so? I know you guys do. Comment below and let us know how it was like having your first period. Also let us know any I know some people use tampon. I don't use it. So,
Oh no, I know my tampon.
you know, people, you know, talk about things like that. And then also tell us about your experience having your first period. Was it exciting? Was it scary? Was it whatever? Have you ever had a pad fall off your panties as you're running or walking? Have you had a fun experience or whatever? Are you excited about period? Were you excited, not happy about it? Tell us anything. And don't forget, I always say at the end of my conversation, stay blessed and always be
Fabulous!
fabulous!